Hi, Kambua. Ah, okay. My name is Maureen Waititu. I'm a digital content creator for Impact. I'm a mom of 2 boys. I'm a TV host. I'm a businesswoman, a friend, a daughter, grandma, all of it. I'm that woman. Yes, I am. Actually, I'm a grandma to a little 5-year-old girl. Yeah. Right, I'll start with the highs. It's such a joy to see little people who fully depend on you. It's like God gave me this chance to mold, to be a custodian of these children I released to the world when it's said and done. They're so loving. I wake up every day with them in mind. I go to bed, with them in mind. They have the sweetest kisses, the best hugs, and they're chaotic. But I've been blessed to be in a community that helps me navigate through motherhood. Being a girly girl, and not having 2 boys who look up to me, it's not the easiest combination. I mean, if you ask me about being a woman, it comes easy to me, but it's very challenging at the same time. It's very joyful to see how they are, how they behave around people, how they carry themselves, the discipline that they have. The hardest part is probably worrying every day, like, God, will I raise them? Will the world capture them and they would get corrupted, and they rely on other things than what I teach them. But I have a solution for that. So I do my best. I teach them how to pray. I teach them how to what happens if I'm not there, like who to talk to. And slowly as they're growing, I can see they understand that. I know I finished with the nice things, but sometimes my sons would just come and say, Mommy, my head is hurting. Can we pray about it? On the dot. And they close their eyes. They God, I ask you to help my head, like heal my head. And it's all in all the navigation. But my worry is that they're corrupted, or I don't release men who will be positive or apply positivity in the world, who will be husbands, who will be fathers, who will be awesome members of the society, and hopefully men of God. So yeah, that's my greatest worry. Do I? Oh my! All the time. Oh my God! My oldest son is so complex, like me. He's a man of few words, but you can tell how his brain works. And I see some of the things he does, and I used to do them when I was his age. And my other boy is just a joy. He's favored. You can tell every time he enters any room, everything stops. And I feel like I carry that with me, where I'm not the loudest person, I'm not the most flamboyant, but my presence sort of commands the room I enter. And I think I see those two in my sons, yes. Yeah, of course, there's a lot of stigma, especially in the red pill society. We all know who they are. They always find fault in women. They find fault in single moms. There's some things I've read, and I'm like, I couldn't have imagined those things my entire life. Like, it's a very dark space to be in. At the same time, it's just a title. It's the same way they'll talk about baby mamas and all that, but what again gives me joy is the fact that I carry myself the way I do. And I know that in as much as, there's that stigma, I believe that there's another side of the story which appreciates moms, which appreciates the things that we do. I mean, if you ask me, like, who's the most disciplined person in the world, it's single moms, because they know they're the beginning and the end, and they have some of the biggest hearts. I've seen single moms who are struggling even with 5 kids, but they always have room for more. And I hope people can just change the lens into which they look into single motherhood and embrace and appreciate. And remember, single moms didn't wake up and said they'll be single moms. They're the parents that stay. They're the parents that stand up for those kids and more. So I really hope that narrative can change. Oof. Kambua, that's a very good question, because I'm very intentional with my parenting. So I have a beautiful community in the school my kids attend. It's a very solid ground that I know when they're not at home, they're in a very good place. Of course, with that comes with vulnerability. The minute I took them to that school, I told them, hey, it's me, myself, and I need you guys to support me. You're their parents when I'm not here. And every time, like, we've become a family. And I love the school because it also teaches us about parenting. And I've been able to navigate through so many things with my little boys because of those, lessons that we get. I think 2-3 months, after every 2-3 months. I also have a very wonderful support system that is my family. My dad is super present because I used to worry that, where my kids are, now that they need a lot of discipline and to channel their testosterone. I have my dad who really, really steps up and he shows up when I need him. They also go to a sports academy, which has instilled them with a lot of discipline, social skills. They have ankles. And yes, and it would be a sin if I didn't say this. My nanny, oh my goodness, my nanny is... God bless her. She loves my kids. It's not even, sometimes I feel like I'm that wheelie in their love, but I count myself extremely, extremely lucky. But yeah, my kids have never lacked. They have a beautiful community that supports them each day. Having been there once, I would say that you have to trust and believe in yourself, because the first person, if you don't believe in yourself and you actually just give up, no one else will stand up for you. It has to be you, and it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay not to be okay, but you have to rise and fix yourself, because the kids don't generally do what you tell them. They do what you do. You model to them. And if you're not in a space that is peaceful and all the good things that children deserve, I think it's important to also seek professional help, join communities that, take care of moms, especially single moms in this case. And at the same time, even there are moms who are married and they are probably living the same lives. The only difference is that there's somebody else with them. But you find that, there's that fear of, what's going to happen, the community, what does the society think about me? Don't worry about them. Worry about you. Worry about your kids. Really fix yourself. Put yourself together. Remember, God gave you authority to make a life. He has given you authority to make your life as well. So, power to you, single mom out there, single lonely mom out there. Don't go for validation. Just know who put you there. And something I do, and I pray about it every day. I say, God, you didn't give me these children, not knowing that you gave me the assignment. So I trust you to be there for me. And He's never let me down. So pray as well. But bottom line, you give life, you can give yourself a life. How do I take care of Maureen? Maureen is very intentional with self-care, and self-care doesn't always have to be a long day at the spa or 5 to 10 day holiday. It's about the little times that you create. Like, it's not even about motherhood. Adulthood is tough. So you find yourself, not knowing where to pocket. Those little pockets. Sometimes just take a break. Even after an hour or two, take a break, 20 minutes. Just internalize and say, okay, I'm going to sit in the car once you get home and just listen to music for like 20 minutes before I go, to the kids in the house. Find time to pull back, read a book, write something without really feeling guilty. Let me tell you, when I lock my bedroom door, no one is allowed in there, because where else am I supposed to go? That's my home. So create pockets of comfort every single day. Yes, take a day off. My day offs are on Mondays. Like Monday in the morning, before 1, you can get a hold of me, because most of the time I find myself working on weekends. And, you have to, there's no joy in burning yourself out. You cannot pour from an empty cup. So keep refilling, keep refilling, keep refilling. Remember, those kids have a life of their own. Step out with your girls, have lunch, go for a drive, go for a picnic. Like, you have to search. It can't find you. Comfort can't find you. You have to search for it. That's the reality of adulthood. Now, when you're a mom and you have all these people looking up to you, it gets very tricky. But just find pockets of comfort and be very organized. Or rather, that's what I do. I'm organized. I declutter a lot. If it's not adding any value in my life, it has no space in it. When I want to do it, I will do it for me. On top of that, it's important to just sometimes, and I say therapy is not for people who are really suffering from mental health. I feel like therapy is something you can go to express yourself, be guided. Like to date, like me, I've been in therapy for 4.5 years, almost 4.5 years. I go, not because I even need it, but I just go to check in, with my doctor. And sometimes I just tell him the most random thing, like he's my gossip mate, like, Doc, you won't believe what happened last week. And he's like, And, we talk, and then he says, do you realize you're dealing with your childhood trauma? I'm like, I came here to talk about what happened last week. Why are you talking about that? But you see, it's given me a lot of guidance, because you have to really, from the top of your head to the sole of your foot, you have to find a way to cover yourself. You have to find a way to work through, those little things. And then be human, make mistakes. Another thing we also tend to do is like push our kids to think that we want our dreams to live through them, but we forget they are brought to be who they are in their personality. But bottom line, take care of yourself, because your children absorb what you are. If you're not at peace, they won't be at peace. If you're not taking care of yourself, if you're doing some things around the house that are detrimental to you, they will adopt that. So it's okay. Sometimes say it's okay. I've lived for the day. Tomorrow will find itself. Yeah, even the Bible says, by worrying, can you add even a single hour to your life? Look at the birds, in the sky. Look at the flowers and the lilies. They're out there one day. The next, they're chopped down. They dry. Are you not more important than they? So just learn to take one day at a time. Declutter your life. Say no to those little, spaces are not good for you. And just remember, each day will come with its challenges, but keep getting better, like intentionally. So make that time for yourself.